Hello there, here we are in the beautiful region of Puglia. Today I'm showing you a beautiful 4-bedroom villa. Now we are located in the Comune of Ostuni, so we're about a 15-minute drive from Ostuni here, but we're actually really strategically placed in between all a number of beautiful towns such as Cisternino and Ceglie Messapica, which are under less than 10 minutes to each of those towns. We're also very close to Martina Franca, about a 15-minute drive to Martina Franca from here, so you're kind of in the middle of a beautiful location. It's one of my favorite areas because we do actually have rolling hills in this area, and I think you've also got a lot of Trulli, so it's very picturesque, a beautiful area to be in. But talking about the actual property itself, you can kind of see it, how it's kind of hidden in this very mature garden. And this is something I'm always looking for in properties, but we don't often have this. Mature trees, a beautifully landscaped garden. Obviously, you're seeing it kind of just after the season. You can hear the noise in the background is just people trimming away their gardens, getting their gardens ready for the summertime. But I also want you to see the beautiful driveway coming into this property. You've got all these beautifully large, mature trees creating a lot of natural shade. And you can also notice this driveway is uphill, so we're driving upwards to the property. That's always a good thing, to be on the property uphill. You've got slight little bit of views coming from within the property. But without further ado, let's start to walk inside. Now, as you can see, you've got all these little pathways going through the garden areas, which I'm very much a fan of. The entire property is about 8,000 square meters of land, of which most of it is garden. And then we have the actual property itself, which is much larger than our usual properties. It's actually 200 square meters of property, and this one's actually on 2 floors. So what you'll notice, and I'll put the drone video in to kind of show you from above, this is a property which started as a Trullo, and we do have the section which is a Trullo, and then over the years they will have built up and gradually extended the property itself. So you kind of have the best of both worlds, a very practical house to live in, but also you've got the Pugliese, typical traditional Trullo as well, which is something we're noticing. Everyone kind of wants to have a Trullo, but maybe they don't want to live necessarily in the main house as a Trullo. So let's start to go inside. And obviously I mentioned it is 200 square meters of property here, so actually it's a really good size. This is a room that's often missing in properties, a lounge area, a good sized lounge area. Now we do have radiators in this property, so you've got a gas tank in the land for heating, but you've also got a stufa there, so you've got a wood burner for extra added heat down here. Now you can see how, again, the property's kind of been extended. So this is the newer part. Then we're already starting to go into the older part, and you can see we've got some of the stone already being shown. Here we have the first bathroom, which we're seeing. All is fully functional. I mean, even though it's a little bit dated, I think there needs to be a little bit of work done to this property. But this is a property which the owners have lived in the summer times. So by all means, you can live in this property. This comes through to a sort of what I would say is a dining area, because we do actually have the kitchen behind me. Look at these beautiful ceilings, stone ceilings being revealed, and a very cute size room here. We've got a fireplace in the corner, which is fully functional, and again those gas heaters. I like that we've got doors going out on various sections of the house, and I'll probably be exiting this door just after we finish the tour inside. You can see there's also a level difference. The house is built on a hillside, so we've just come up a few steps into the kitchen. Very cute cottage vibe in this property. So you've got a good sized kitchen here, and obviously in Italy, again, it's not like we're usually used to having very large kitchens. Good amount of storage space in the corner here, and then this actually continues round. Then we're going to continue in. This goes into the Trullo section. So again, I'll show you from outside, you can get a better understanding of the actual structure itself. This is the Trullo, and this is what you expect from a Trullo, kind of your traditional 3 cones. You've got the main section, and this could easily be a kind of guest house because it's kind of separate. You can see there's a kind of main entrance to this, and maybe you could have the main bedroom area here. you do actually have what would be an ensuite bathroom in there. And then actually we've got quite a large section to the side of this Trullo as well, which is easily you could put a single fold-away bed in here if you've got children. And then we actually have what is currently a storage room. I'll let you go in because it is a little bit tight to get in there. And there again, they're just using it as a storage space at the moment, but it's actually a decent size, and always good to have those rooms that you can use as a storage space. So actually a really decent size Trullo here. Now coming through here, we have this, one of my favorite areas in the house. It's basically a veranda that's been closed off with removable windows, and you can see just how much light it gets. We do have a little bit of a view of Trulli cones over there, which I want to point out because it is very picturesque that you can see this from inside the house. And you can also see just how beautiful the garden is around. I haven't specified, the garden is fully fenced and it's basically in the shape of a rectangle. You can see this is what we've walked down, just so you can see it from the outside. You can see the newer part, the older part, and then obviously the Trullo as well. Now we do also have a second entrance in here, which is very useful to have. Obviously you can come in through the back. If you've got your shopping, you want to come close to the house, you can really come in here and drop off the shopping. Now I want to go round the other side just to kind of show you a little bit of this. Well, this is the garden area which you're seeing from behind. And then if we come back through the house, we still have to see the upstairs, which is where most of the bedrooms are. So obviously we've been through the Trullo, we're coming back through the house, and we're going upstairs here to the sleeping area. Now you can see we do have air conditioning units on this floor here. So you've got air conditioning, and there's a very good, bright, airy feel to this property, especially in the upstairs section. You can see here is how cute this bedroom is. I really want you to get a shot of the view here, because again, because we're raised, you've got a little bit of the views of the valley behind, but then you've got this beautiful garden, which is very mature and obviously offers tons of privacy. You've got no properties overlooking this property. I know that's something everyone's looking out for. And yeah, a really nice bedroom to wake up to with that balcony. The other thing is we do have storage space in this corridor here as well. And then coming round, you've got another bedroom. So this would be your third bedroom if you're counting the Trullo as the first. That last one was the second, this being the third. Again, similar size. We do have storage in the corner here. And then finally, you've got a bathroom that kind of caters to all the bedrooms up here. And then you've got a single bedroom to finish with. So you've got the single bed in here. Again, obviously smaller than the others, but again, you have this storage space in the corridor, which I think is going to be incredibly useful given the size of the actual bedrooms themselves. So that's the upstairs. I'm going to go downstairs to show you a little bit more of the garden. And I think I just want to come out through the middle area, if we can. So coming out through this section here, you can now start to see better the actual, this side, you can see the Trullo and how it all started and just how over the years it's been extended. So you can see the Trullo section is where it all started, a little bit of an extension, and then they just kept on extending down through the years. So again, and also because it's on a hillside, it's actually very, very nicely done, and I love it when they've got a bit of level difference. You can see as we're walking up and down, you kind of got this little level difference. Now, very cute corner here. You've got a pizza oven, and you also have an outside storage area for all your garden equipment. but very cute how everything's everything's paved and you've got these little pathways. And again, I can't stress enough the vegetation, these large tall trees, and you know, just surrounded by trees. It just feels like you're in a really nice garden. And obviously, again, very nice to have both the Trullo and a very livable space. Obviously needs a bit of love, especially I think obviously the bathrooms. Here outside you can see we actually have the gas units that they're using to actually heat the house, as well as the boiler, so nice to have that as well. And I think I just want to walk around just the side and finish up at the front of the property. I mean, look at some of these trees, they are really spectacular. You can see this pathway here, just walking down, and it very much has that garden feel to it, right? It's a very much, whereas on a lot of these properties you kind of have land and it's just open soil. Here you've got this little pathway here, and I just kind of want to end up walking through the garden. You can see here just how picturesque everything is. I think, again, really good sized property here, stunning location. The location here is key. Again, we are in between all of those towns that are most interesting, in a very good location. Now, we do actually have a little supermarket close by, less than 5 minutes from here, which is a massive bonus. I think this is a really nice property in an area where we don't have very large properties often. I think you will have realized that. Obviously, it needs a bit of love and attention, especially the bathrooms, and a bit of care overall. But otherwise, I think this one is an absolutely amazing property. And obviously, I think that's everything we've had to say on this property. But if there's anything else that you need to know about this one or any of the others, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Thank you very much for watching.